Chapter 21, Students at 955 and the Grey Goose. As I've hitherto mentioned, around all the study and chess, financial problems of paying the rent, buying my own food and the dog food and getting enough to go out with was a chronic problem. One day I had the idea, sat at one of the few computers in those days within the university, to print out an advertisement offering cheap accommodation for students wishing to share a house at 955. Within a week, I'd got 3 mature students tenanted, and one of them was a chess player from Uganda who was rated 210, which to those ignorant is a strong grade. The other 2 occupants were a Plymouth Brethren fellow of most taciturn nature, and it was difficult to extract his board money from, and the other was a dissolute, drunk student from Wales, studying for a master's. I don't think, actually I'm sure, they wouldn't have stayed at 955, but the rent was a pittance, and because of this they tolerated the dogs, cats, and many strange characters coming through the doors. All I was concerned with was that their board money paid the rent and kept a roof over mine and the dogs' and cats' heads. Of all the 3 tenants, I liked Matty, the Welsh student, the best. Although he was rarely sober, he was the friendliest, and would always have a pint in the local pub, the Grey Goose. The Grey Goose was your typical council estate pub. To any outsider it was intimidating and full of brutal faces wishing to crack in your skull for the merest peep at them. But as with all characters in a pub, once you got to know them, you found them no worse than any of your friends. In all my years frequenting that downbeat establishment, I only once ever saw one fight, and that was between 2 friends who'd fallen out because the wife of one had thrown her kid's little pram at the girlfriend of the other earlier in the week, or so the story went. The decor inside the Grey Goose was certainly grey and matched its name, and only brown competed with the colour's dominion. In the early days, the pub had tables placed all around its rectangular shape, and there was no dividing space. Men and some women used to shout banter across the pub, and there was that great feel of a community, albeit pissed. That all changed when the tenancy changed, and the new landlady decided it was time to bring the decor of pubs and bars of town to Belle Isle. She had workmen carve up the open atmosphere, and almost overnight, claustrophobic booths were installed all around the perimeter. When you sat in one, you could only see directly opposite, and that was the start of the downfall for the Grey Goose. The landlady stripped away the character of the pub with her grand designs of delusion, and many of the locals, over a period of time, began to frequent the open atmosphere of the club up the road, or they went further afield in their quest for a community which suited their spirit. The Grey Goose shut down many years back now, and in its place is a Polish shop, which sells almost everything. Even if the booths hadn't been installed, the pub would have closed anyway, such are the changing winds of time.